The Monkey Paw, Episode 1, The Bus Stops Here, by nobody worth mentioning. The neon sign above Mark Pye's flickered in the cold drizzle of the city. Inside, Detective Olavius, possibly the greatest detective in the world, if not for his peculiar distractions, leaned over a steaming plate of orange chicken. His trench coat reeked of bleach, his skin was as red as a boiled lobster, and his stomach rumbled after his third serving of the night. The cockroach in his pocket twitched its antennae in agreement. Tonight was going to be a long one. Olavius took a deep breath, savouring the aroma of MSG and crime. "It's always when I'm eating," he muttered as the cockroach clicked out a rapid series of taps on his palm. "Mad Mike?" Olavius translated aloud. His voice was deep and silky, the kind of tone that could convince a jury to confess their own crimes. "He's at it again?" The cockroach nodded. Mad Mike, the city's most bizarre criminal, didn't steal jewels or priceless art. Instead, he left things: cursed porcelain clowns, haunted VHS tapes, or unsettlingly realistic mannequins. His latest gift was a taxidermy raccoon stuffed with glitter bombs, found perched on a judge's desk. The explosion led to a courtroom evacuation and a media frenzy that only deepened the mystery. Olavius stood up abruptly, his trench coat flapping. A bus ticket fluttered out of his pocket and landed on the floor. "To the bus stop," he declared, gesturing with his signature monkey paw, two hands pumping an imaginary broomstick. The motion brought knowing nods from the Mark Pye's staff. The bus ride. The city bus wasn't just Olavius' transportation, it was his muse. As the bus rumbled through the rain-slick streets, he stared out the window, his mind spinning theories about Mad Mike. A beefy man in leather boarded at the next stop, and Olavius's sharp focus wavered. His cheeks flushed as the man adjusted his jacket, revealing a tank top that read "Big, Black and Fabulous." Olavius averted his eyes, trying to suppress the distraction that so often derailed his cases. "Focus, Olavius," he muttered, gripping the edge of the seat. The cockroach crawled onto his lap and tapped out a reprimand. I know," he muttered. "No more distractions, just Mad Mike and his stupid glitter raccoon." The crime scene. When the bus finally arrived at the judge's mansion, the place was swarming with police. Olavius pushed past them, muttering, "Amateurs," before crouching next to the glitter-strewn raccoon. "Tell me your secrets," he whispered. A small group of cockroaches scurried out of the raccoon's mouth. Olavius nodded as they clicked and clattered. "Interesting. A delivery van. Warehouse district. Clown makeup. You've outdone yourself this time, Mike." As he stood up, he spotted a note tucked beneath the raccoon's paw. The handwriting was flamboyant and looping. "Catch me if you can, darling. Xuxo, Mad Mike." The Warehouse Showdown. Following the roach's lead, Olavius took a 2-hour bus ride to the warehouse district. The building was dark, save for a faint pink glow seeping through the cracks in the shutters. Inside, Mad Mike lounged on a throne of discarded Beanie Babies, wearing a sequined robe and sipping champagne. Well, Mike purred, his voice dripping with sarcasm, "if it isn't the bleach-scented bloodhound himself." "Your little raccoon stunt almost got someone killed," Olavius said, stepping closer. "And this time you've made one mistake too many." Mike laughed, tossing a Beanie Baby into the air. "Darling, I don't make mistakes. I make art." Suddenly, the cockroaches swarmed out of Olavius's coat, scattering across the floor. Mike screamed and leapt onto his throne. "Get those filthy things away from me!" "They're not filthy," Olavius said, raising his hands in the monkey paw celebration. "They're my partners." The roaches worked quickly, dismantling Mike's glitter bombs and uncovering the stash of porcelain clowns. One particularly brave roach grabbed a USB drive from Mike's pocket and scurried back to Olavius. The detective plugged the drive into his phone, revealing a list of Mike's future drop-off locations. "It's over," Olavius said, snapping his fingers. The cockroaches clicked in agreement. Mike pouted, crossing his arms. "Fine, you win, but you'll never stop me from expressing myself." Epilogue. Back at Mark Pye's, Olavius celebrated with his usual, 3 plates of orange chicken and a gallon of bleach bath waiting at home. The cockroach in his pocket tapped out a message. "Yes," Olavius said with a smirk. "We'll be ready when he escapes." He raised his hands one last time, pumping them in the air. The monkey paw was victorious.